Oil Spill Eater 2 is classified as a first response bioremediation agent and the only one of its kind. It additionally can be used as a standalone spill response method that is safe for responders, non-toxic to marine species, and most importantly, permanently removes spills from the environment by converting spills to a safe endpoint of CO2 and water. What you will see in this shoreline cleanup will demonstrate how effective OSE II is at removing weathered oil along with oil buried under the sand on the beach and oil areas where the shoreline meets the water. Here you can see the weathered oil on the rocks as well as on the shoreline in the background. And here, when you turn over a rock, you can see fresh oil in the sand. And finally, when a hole is dug, the oil present under the beach sand can be seen. A significant spill of heavy oil, bunker C-type, occurred when power barge number 103 ran aground at the shores of Estancia during the height of Typhoon Haiyan. Between November 21st and 23rd, 2013, experts from the Philippines Environmental Management Bureau visited the site of the oil spill together with a United Nations Disaster Assessment and Coordination Environment expert and a public health official from the World Health Organization in order to jointly undertake a preliminary assessment of the threats the spill poses to human health, livelihoods, and the environment. Estancia shoreline's vegetation, especially the sensitive mangroves, showed distress from the lingering oil in the environment. The leak amounted to approximately 800,000 liters of oil by current estimates provided by the power barge owners. Most of the spilled oil has washed ashore, contaminated the coastline, and mangroves up to 10 kilometers downstream. The containment booms deployed were not sufficient to effectively contain all the free-phase oil in the water. The free-phase oil has been blown to shore by southern winds. The following video was taken on April 6, 2014, with the OSCI associate Bill Cutler and the mayor, Mr. Rene Cordero, vice mayor, Mr. Rodel Aclaro, the city engineer, Andrew Ravena, the second city engineer, Dexel Inventor, as well as Jovel Sabado, with the Philippine Department of Disaster Risk Reduction and Management to oversee the cleanup. The video shows the spill was still adversely affecting the environment, as well as the smell still being quite strong. The cleanup of the beach area in Estancia Iloilo Province, Philippines, with OSE II was performed on April 5, 2014. One can see the tank where OSE II was mixed with seawater collected from the ocean. This is critical to ensure that OSE II mix contains indigenous bacteria that naturally resides in local waters. Natural seawater contains indigenous or local oil-eating bacteria, which will rapidly thrive with the OSE II nutrients. Once the local bacteria run out of OSE II nutrients as a food source, they will convert over to consuming the detoxified or broken down oil molecules and will digest the oil to CO2 and water. Minimal equipment can be used to clean up spills with OSE II, or for large-scale operations, larger pumps and equipment can be utilized to cover large areas quickly. OSE II, when applied to oils and fuels, rapidly breaks down the molecular structure of the hydrocarbons, which in turn detoxifies the oil or fuel so it can be used as a food source by indigenous local bacteria, which are rapidly growing through the nutrients in OSE II. The adhesion of the oil is then diminished, as well as the odor. As you can see, OSE II causes the oil to float to the surface of the sand and water. The enzymes in OSE II form protein binding sites to induce the local bacteria to use the oil as a food source, converting the oil or fuel to a safe endpoint of CO2 and water. With OSE II, the lingering oil from Typhoon Haiyan's oil spill on the beaches, rocks, open waters, as well as the seabed under the water surface was quickly broken down, lifted up, or detoxified, and in a short time will be converted to CO2 and water. After rinsing some rocks, there were still some stains from the carbon black, but upon touching or rubbing one's hand, the oil was gone, as well as the odor. The rocks were found to be fully clean. Mayor Cordero reached for his cell phone and called Governor Defensor midway through the OSE II application and stated that this stuff works and you need to take a look at it. The governor indicated that he would look into OSE II and take action. This spill has been here for 5 months, and even though the original contractor tried to wash away the oil with water, it had no effect on the oil. The oil was choking the oxygen from the beach, sand, and the numerous algae blooms that were showing. The oil under the sand could linger well past several decades since it is not exposed to sun and natural elements. The large section of beach where OSE II was applied was clean, and the oil began to degrade through the process of bioremediation. This successful cleanup gained the notice of local officials who are ready to utilize OSE II for the rest of the spill. OSE II has been tested by several governments for toxicity on fresh and saltwater species and has undergone ecotoxicity tests each time OSE II has proven to be non-toxic. OSE II, as you can see, from the responder running his hands under the OSE II stream, it is safe for humans as well. OSE II has been used globally since 1989, and this cleanup, like so many before it, shows how safe and effective OSE II is. This, coupled with the fact that OSE II is very economical to use, makes OSE II a great oil and fuel spill cleanup product that actually removes spills from the environment without creating any secondary cleanup or cost, with no toxicity to marine species, vegetation, or humans.